pastors, the prophets, the evangelists, we are the one empowering them even to do the work of God better.
Embark on a journey like no other.
Since I'm married to the Queen, I can call myself a Papa Water. It is dangerous because we the water children, our ways of life is different from ordinary people.
Discover the ancient traditions that have shaped the nation.
The spirit guides your physical, so know yourself.
Join me as I unveil the secrets of Ghana's spiritual healers. Meet the healers who bridge the gap between this world and the divine.
Me a pastor, Pentecost, and
there is no Jesus going to come.
Journey with me, Godwin Asediba, through stories of transformation and hope. Searching for a God, unveiling Ghana's traditional path, a documentary that will touch your soul.
In Ghana, when a baby is born, it's a big joy. Children are seen as wealth, a higher status, and a way to carry on the family. For the first 7 days, the newborns stay inside because Ghanaians believe this time is when the baby is most at risk, both physically and spiritually. During these days, people think the baby is like a traveler moving between the spirit world and our world. There's a belief that the baby might choose to go back to the spirit world. So, for those 7 days, they are called strangers. After that, they are officially welcomed with a special naming ceremony. This tradition and the idea of spiritual healing come from moments like these, woven into the lives of almost every person in Ghana.
When born, the very first day of birth, you see, it's very feeble. It grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and becomes black-white man Godwin Asediba. You were given a name from your origin, and you say you have become a Christian, so you give up your original name and you adopted some crazy name. You say it's a church name. I won't begrudge you because you are lost. You must find yourself and return to your roots. So when you fail to recognize that you are both physical and spiritual, what do you expect? You must be lost.
We don't want anyone to say it is a lie. So you can come and have a look at it yourself before we set the fire.
Growing up, the sight of spiritual charms always intrigued me, captivating the attention of everyone who happened to pass by. Now, as an adult, the mysteries behind this phenomenon linger in the mind, prompting me to embark on this curious journey of my life. The quest to unravel the unknown in the spiritual realm has become an adventure, pushing the boundaries of what you and I may not fully comprehend. In the captivating tales of Techiman, whispers an elderly figure renowned as both a traditional healer and a witch doctor, beckon within cheek. Finding her shrine proved surprisingly uncomplicated. The recognition she has earned as a witch doctor acted as a compass, guiding me effortlessly through the streets of Techimanyoso. Nana Abna Komfo, a name that resonates with simplicity yet carries weight of Asian wisdom. On arrival, my team and I patiently awaited to be summoned. A steady stream of people flowed into Nana Abna Komfo's dwelling. Some arrived on foot, others in cars, all seeking solace and healing from the spiritual realm. Her clientele mirrors a diverse spectrum: everyday citizens, notable figures in society, even senior government officials. After an hour of anticipation, the renowned witch doctor emerged, explaining that she needed to consult with the gods regarding our arrival. Fortunately, the divine verdict favored us, granting permission for our entry. With bated breath, I stepped into her abode, guided by strict instructions. I walked gently into the realm where the ordinary meets the extraordinary. The air was thick with anticipation as we ventured into the sacred space, eager to unravel the mysteries held within the folds of Nana Abna Komfo's spiritual haven.
Be a oba, maybe be how near you went Mama. A bet me de with the son Eguso. Now you went Mama, now what home. Now, baby, I will go say no, ya more quaya, yes, sir. Won't me and for her.
The journey into the heart of tradition and spiritual healing began, unfolding at the intersection of faith, reverence, and the unseen forces that shape the lives of those who seek solace within Nana Abna Komfo's realm.
I understand, dear, mean to me, and can't. Omodoso. The brave, we bow, we call, we bow, we call. Mean to me, who woman can say, maybe I way say. Masado do say, baby. No more ha cra, Munyan coin. Omoyadian coin, Omokra dosopa. And now more Marcos mean to me, Hunano. A war of Bano. Now, what you say, Nipananyadi will be to make a chain thing say, mean to me, Fakoba before.
This is the Nana Jendu territory in Techimanyoso, and what you're seeing here are gods called the Nana Jendu. And this woman right behind me, who is Nana Abna Komfo, has been a priestess who has served these gods for over 3 decades. She tells me that a number of people here in Techiman come to her for spiritual healing, people who have mental ill challenges, and a lot more. She has claimed to have healed a number of people who come to her with these challenges. Now, she tells me that in a month or a year, she has to please the gods, and this is what she does. They either kill a fowl, a cat, or whatever instruction that the gods will lead her to do. So you can clearly see some blood stains around, some flies hovering around, and clearly these are some of the things that pleases the gods here to continue to make them active to do the work that they're supposed to do. She claims none of her children have been sick for the past years because the gods are pleased and they do take care of her and her family.
At 75 years, a mother of 10, she has not only tended to the well-being of those in need, but has also sown the seeds of her wisdom. She has trained her children to step into her shoes when the time comes, ensuring that the legacy of healing and compassion continues to thrive.
Ya umitu musa meko school na umusa ti intimi kase semanya 40 years a bisha se me yeso sa kopinse isi sami ma me na ye adwuma no e na wa kire nyina na sonu ti yare bia yare a wasa bia na chese ya na yasoso no mu a nzo akoye ba nti nrope ayarefo no bibia Arabia ya sana hano on nasa na eboa no hwɛ me nuan mo maka omo mote ase a so bia yare nti ya de kese a ya no.
With the morning sun painting the sky, a new day dawns upon the spiritual sanctuary. A silent procession unfolds as patients, their faces a mixture of hope and reverence, enter the shrine. Here, they bow before the Nanajendu gods, seeking protection and guidance. Within 5 minutes, the session is done. The sorcerer prepares a protective potion for them to drink. Very dark in color, there's a mad rush for it here. Motor, as it's been called, is meant to protect them from bad spirits, a direction from the gods.
Na adura ide be kan no so ye bosom ne na kire nti we ye adura be ka se ye nnua na bosom na kire ayahye ye sunsumu aduma nti se nipa na yare ana se how bi wono so no de ne yade ba ade chi anapa ye bompa ye momo na abra ya bompa ya wie no ne ya chesa do na ma obia no bi wono mo ase sunsum boni bi wo nipa duam a e hawo ebe pabni nyina fi hono man sana haban bi wo ho aboso be kire ame yade aka ho a yade aka ho ama.
Traditional medicine comprises of the beliefs of even people within a particular area, because maybe what I believe in, you don't believe in that. So we have those that can be explained, that is the explicable and then inexplicable. Because for example, people who claim that, look, they can pray on water, give it to you, and you'll be healed. And yes, it happens. So those things cannot be explained, how it is done. And that is where it goes beyond the physical into the metaphysics. So these are issues that maybe I cannot convince you because of what you believe in. But what I believe in is what I believe in. And that too, you can't challenge me about that.
Within the walls of this deplorable sanctuary, patients find solace and recovery under the watchful gaze of both the witch doctor and the unseen forces that guide her. As they gather here, united as a family within the walls of this sanctuary, each patient carries a story of severe suffering. Meet Gidu James, a 35-year-old soul who has been under the care of the witch doctor for 6 months, grappling with the aftermath of a debilitating stroke. A decade spent working in Italy was marred by an unfortunate twist of fate.
I'm Italy. Baby, I say, Menko Johnson. Until Menko Johnson, I say, Mensa, Ecofom, Ecofom, never saw Mensa, Menine. Anyone a one met it toy. Until I'm named Madame Fubi, Nam Ferren. Until or buy and no say men sorry. I say men sorry, and I'm saying intimate sorry, and no intimate Casabium. Hospital no, the 1 week no Yarkora. Until after 1 week no, and a doctor no buy and now can say a stroke. By stroke no cramp no woman can't cheer me and money. nti omo ka kire me nua no say man nkan kire me nti akiri a metimi kasa kakra no na o ka kire me say ni say yare we na ye.
Upon returning to Ghana, a desperate journey ensued. His hard-earned money dwindled within the sterile walls of hospitals and churches, each promising a cure. It was only when hope seemed elusive that he found solace in the healing hands of the witch doctor.
Say no man kuyi because if I man who hantem ti mi chini de mi chini pa person de no na me ya pa but say me ba ya o mo cheche no say me ti ya o no te say person na me side ni na wu tama me start abraba no easy but ma timi afoso aga and me peki se ya yare ayede amama ma beye akora no yes me tiwa na just semisun because yare inti mama and papa wu see I come and go ane bebe me se nananom timi boa me na me nya me hon tome a se me nsabe koma no na me pe because me timi enye den enkoda obi se me timi sorry na me ankasa me ko na me nsabe comment mano na me.
In this shared journey of adversity, Kwesi Dude mirrors the challenges faced by James. With the bandage adorned with healing herbs wrapped around his head, the 60-year-old former driver has been under the tender care of the witch doctor for 2 years. Despite the trials etched into his journey, Kwesi Dude speaks with gratitude for the transformative works of the witch doctor.
Mba so muse nana boa me ma de na mentimi ye no mentimi ye sese nana nte kura nante amede mentimi nante mentimi kasa sese mentimi nante mentimi kasa.
There we are, we can reenact that.
More and more patients profess their belief in the path of recovery, attributing their healing to the mystical powers of the gods.
I just say, Madam Sasha shit, Miss C, and a crown to any papa beer. And I'm a bar. A chin, as all for no so, or call my sister, or come saying, and this caddy. One must awful, Muji be dear, a chinny ye. O comes to stroke, or be see a two a drew, or be say, and intimate Sabia, the be we and I won't hear, wintimin, cointimin, ma'am. O call hospital swap, I must say, and yes, she. I must say, or moon who she may yarry. Mental swimming who say, may I remain to me, Nante, me ya Juma, mintimin, my mintimin pigeons who can make jarry. Entino, then try Miss Menyare. No, 1.5 from a woman. No, Mississippi. Because hospitals are hospital be brave. A coming best 3 years. To hospital, dear mean to make a hospital be brave. Me can't remember. Me no me you are not a clear and nursing up. Yes, best 3 years. It will be natural, me say. Ya dear, we dear, just a baby drew and a baby woman. Na nipa na ye odi menim de me ba ye so a me de beda na no o jitu mu se obetimi abo no di o ma me koye ahoboa o se edu ni de ye se me betra ha na me ye me de ku fie mo ame ti betna be se 2 months nti so na pa na wo ko jere wi a ambo mpa ye wi na mo punu duru nti wo punu a esa wosa na wasa
Traditional medicine also comprises that of the spiritual and then the physical. Because yes, from the physical, it goes or transcends into the spiritual, where they go and then find out what exactly is wrong with the person that have been brought as maybe sick. And then they get directions as to how or what they should do for that person to be cured.
It's sad that children end up here hoping to be rid of evil spirits.
These are cowries and a basic bangle made of twisted metals, a popular amulet in northern Ghana. People buy them in the market before they are imbued with magical powers. They then take them to an earth priest or a soothsayer and have them charged up with magical powers. This boy is wearing a magical twisted metal bracelet as an attempt to aid his recovery from his illness.
You go to certain areas and they have certain bangles they put on the children, maybe some cowries they put on the children, and in fact, there are places where certain bones of certain animals are even tied to the child's either the wrist or even the waist. Because all those are the beliefs of the people.
In the comforting arms of the sacred haven, as patients find healing, the moment to express gratitude to the gods is not to be overlooked. As the clock strikes 7 p.m., the evening sun casting a warm glow, it's time for the last prayers of the day.
The patients who have been admitted here worship the Nana Jendu gods twice in a day, early in the morning and in the evenings. It is about 7:30 p.m. here and they are getting ready to get into the premises to worship a god that they believe.
With a collective spirit, they all kneel before the Nana Jendu gods and the revered witch doctor, pouring out their wishes in a chorus of whispered prayers.
Who are your ancestors? They were the means by which you came. And when you have difficulty, you go back. If something is shady, you first go into yourself. My ancestor, they did this, they did that. Why is it that it's not working for me? Call them and they will answer you.
How do you call on them?
You know your grandfather. You know your father. You know your great-grandfather. So, how can't you call them? Everybody who understands, who decides to remain ignorant, like I will say and repeat again, know yourself. Identify yourself as a spirit being. You are not merely a physical being. The spirit guides your physical. So, know yourself. That's the best I can say. If you know yourself, everything will work for you.
There is the physical side and then the spiritual side. And even within the physical side, you have where people are using herbs and other elements to cure people or heal people. And then there are those that people are using prayers and all that. In fact, apart from Christianity, where they say, oh, it is the prayer based on Jesus Christ or God or whatever, they are using it. And then those that are using our ancestors, because we have ancestral beliefs.
In the light of the day, Nana Abna Komfo appears like any other elderly woman, but I've come to realize that she is far from ordinary. Her essence carries a depth of wisdom and a touch of the extraordinary that set her apart.
The ancestors are the spirits of relatives who have passed on. These spirits were also once healers and communicate with the living priestess to heal. Nana Abna Komfo, who controls the Nana Gendu gods, has become a non-paral in Techiman-Yolso. Many people, desperate of a nation swarmed by poverty, travel here to be healed. What makes her exceptional is that she is a woman, because most traditional spiritual healers are mostly men in Ghana. Thousands of people come here to seek help either for themselves or loved one. Nana Abna Komfort's reputation for healing prowess has spread across the community, giving them a brisk of invigorating experience. She removes bad luck and makes people rich, especially those who have been put into bondage by people who want them to remain poor.
Oba, so tell me, cause you say a soon. You will serve some na the obechere severe. Pa akukwa na se pa confirm na se pa okra na se pa udwan. Aha, wo de ba. Ni aya amamre na ma. Aha. Na bia wo so se wo ba e wo ho kire wo. Aduane kura wontimi ndi bi, wo ya wu. Na ye pesa no ma na yi musuo no bia, wo se se me pa motimi boa na me ho tomi a. E bia mi kotia me sem sempoa ana kapre e de beda mo se a. Ni abo mpa ya ma.
As I conclude my journey into the enigmatic world of witchcraft and Yolso Techiman, remember, belief in its existence is as adverse as the choices we make. The dynamic world of witchcraft is a topic that sparks lively debates within Ghanaian beliefs. The decision to embrace or reject it rests solely in your hands. Godwin Asediba, TV3. Next on Searching for a God.
We use a pastor as a representative of ours in the house of God.
It is underrated that people don't believe much in traditional religion and its healing parts.
If you want to call the marine spirit, we have so many ways, but she is not coming the way you were expecting it. At first, the great queen used to come physical, but anytime that she comes, then the human beings, they don't meet their expectation. For instance, you are expecting a beautiful woman to appear, but at the end of the day, she appeared in the form of a snake with 7 heads. The realm is not meant to explain it to the realms of the humans.
We must free our minds from mental slavery. Like they are claiming the world will come to an end. It won't come to any end.